class, the unmistakable Daniel Diaz, fastest from the heats this morning. He goes in lane number 4. Now the SM5 class. Again, just a brief rundown of the classifications, but we'll give you that during the race. As we go through the lineup, Ariel Quasi from Argentina goes in lane 1 next to Efrem Morelli. The Italians having a good championship so far. And this man won the gold medal for Colombia in the breaststroke the other day, Fuentes, but Daniel Diaz, the world record holder, can he be challenged? Nearest challenger to him, Andrew Mullen from Great Britain, and Sapatakis from Greece had an excellent swim, an unexpected swim in the breaststroke a couple of days ago. Eroglu, the European champion from Turkey, European silver medalist, sorry, from Turkey, goes in 7, and Ricardo 10, the experienced Ricardo 10, goes in lane 8. There's Eroglu. Again, this SM5 class. A range of different disabilities here. Could be lower limb disabilities through to paralysis. Like Sapatakis there, you can see him. Or multiple amputations like Daniel Diaz and Andrew Mullen. A range of different starts will be employed here. Swimmers doing sit starts, some in the water, some using their good legs to propel themselves from the block. And that's exactly what that man in the middle did, Daniel Diaz. Good work underwater from Andrew Mullen, trying to hang on to the tail of Daniel Diaz, but the Brazilian will be very much the favourite for this one. Diaz leads Andrew Mullen, and Eroglu from Turkey maybe just in third in the early stages.
Yes, the world champion in the lead, Daniel Diaz, the Paralympic champion from London 2012, a real character of his national team. Huge world record, 2:48.92. He swam a comfortable 3:00.16 this morning. Andrew Mullen swam well for Great Britain, 3:12.33. Mullen in a very strong silver medal position at the moment. I think these two guys are so far clear of the rest of the world with the ability that they have. I'm sure this is going to be the 1-2 all the way. Really, it's going to be a battle for bronze between lane 3, that's Fuentes. And let's looking down the start sheet here. Sapatakis swam very well this morning. Only about a second and a half separating that battle for bronze. But as we can see down the pool there, well, there's a great difference between these two great champions and the rest of the world. So Daniel Diaz, he is in the lead for Brazil, 1:19.73. Andrew Mullen, well, he's in a strong second, just 4.99 seconds down. So in great form there, Andrew Mullen of Great Britain.
Daniel Diaz, he's the world record holder. It's going to be very, very tough to catch. That record stands 2:48.92, set back in 2011 in Berlin. The European record holder, Andrew Mullen, looks like he's clear in second position. There he is in the blue cap of Great Britain. He'll be able to see Daniel Diaz ahead of him, but there's nothing much he can do to catch the great Brazilian. Daniel Diaz, one of the faces of the Rio Paralympics, I'm sure. One of the great stars of this Brazilian Paralympic swimming team. Coming now to the last turn, Daniel Diaz is going to have a big, big lead as he goes on to the 50 metres freestyle. Andrew Mullen is going to be in second position, and a real fight for third developing. Sapatakis maybe coming through into third position. The Greek swimming well this week, but Diaz is on his way home. Mullen close and clear in second position. Sapatakis in third.
Well, here are the closing stages now. We're just 10 seconds away from the finish, and we're 10 metres away. It's not impossible. I think we're going to be a little bit shy, but here he is, Daniel Diaz of Brazil. A national team 25 strong, and that man right there is the gold medalist. Incoming right here in the picture is Andrew Mullen of Great Britain. It was silver all the way, so a very strong performance for him. 3:12.33 this morning to qualify centre of the pool next to the Paralympic champion, and he comes home with a personal best of 3:08.64. And here is the good race for bronze. Zapatakis still in third, just inside the final 5 metres now, just a full arm stroke away from the finish, stopping the clock for the bronze in 3:27.12.
Yeah, it was pretty spread out there at the end. Daniel Diaz, 2:50.02. He stretched away from Andrew Mullen in that last 100 metres, certainly. And Zapatakis, well, what an event he's having for Greece. He's getting a bronze medal again. And there is the start. Daniel Diaz, you'll see different starts there. Sit start, some people in the water. Andrew Mullen and Daniel Diaz going off the blocks. And Daniel Diaz doing well underwater, but Andrew Mullen doing better there, staying underwater. The blue cap of Great Britain, you see him just getting into his stroke. Good underwater work there for Mullen. But Diaz, once they get into the stroke, the great Brazilian stretching away. Aroglu there with no arms at all, lying in third position at the top of the screen there. But Diaz, once the race progressed, there was only going to be one winner, and that was the man from Brazil, Daniel Diaz. Andrew Mullen showed what he was made of to come through for the silver medal position. Clear in silver medal, some 12 seconds ahead, 11 seconds ahead of the swimmer in third position, and that was Zapatakis.
Diaz there just 1.04 seconds outside of his own world record, and when you're racing for some almost 3 minutes, that's really not a big margin at all. So a tremendous performance from him. Congratulations to the man from Brazil, taking congratulations there from his competitors.
Again though, Nick, we are again in this delay situation, and as a swimmer it's always very nervous because we know that the officials are discussing possible disqualifications. That ever happened to you, Nick? You ever fall foul of the rules?
My very first World Championship experience was as a 19-year-old in Madrid, and you were allowed a 3-start rule back then. There were no 1-start rules, and I toppled in, and
on the third start?
Deliberate on the first start, walked to behind my starting blocks and was told to stand down, and the ruling did stipulate that if the judge felt you were deliberately delaying the start, you would be disqualified, and it wasn't deliberate. Rather nervous, young teenager, really inexperienced, and that was the end of my World Championship. And in tears I was, I must say, but did eventually go on to take a world title, so made amends in the end.
I didn't really get any disqualifications much.
Well, still waiting, we must say. You know, this is a worrying time, Paul. So you weren't disqualified?
Well, no, I have been disqualified, but I knew I'd done it. So
does that mean you did cheat?
We were just trying to. We were in a relay, and we were quite far behind, and I thought, right, let's just take as much as we can in this relay. But unfortunately, it was too much. The officials just spotted it. It didn't make any difference. We finished quite far behind anyway.
Well, when you're that,
it wasn't a big competition. It was
when it's that tight though, and you're striving for medals. You think, you know, it's all about the medal. Do I take the risk? And you want the perfect start, and you want to be off that block on a relay takeover, especially in 0.01 of a second. So the swimmer's finger can have contact with the pad, and as long as your big toe's still there, you're on full flight, then it's a perfectly legal start. If that big toe is left by a very split second, that 100th of a second, then of course you'll suffer disqualification. So there's a risk.
Well, didn't we see in the FINA World Championships that some of the relay teams, they were relay teams, the 3 changeovers were something like 0.02, 0.01, 0.02 of a second. You know, that's close, but that's fantastic, because if you've got 0.4 of a second, 0.3 and another point, that's a whole second you've made up on the changeovers alone, and that could be the difference between winning the race and not getting a medal at all.
The difference between a perfect race and a disqualification, the margin's so tight. Well, for sure there has to be a disqualification here. There can't be any other reason for the delay. They certainly don't wait for competitors. They're obviously waiting for another final to come up. Well, there is a disqualification. It's Garcia. Fuentes Garcia of Colombia there was disqualified, but does not change the medals.